Todd, is Brandon Davidson and Jujar Carr, are they?
Yep.
Can you just talk about, I guess, Jujar and what he brings to the lineup and what are you expecting out of him?
Well, he'll bring, he's obviously going to be excited. He's getting another opportunity at the National Hockey League. He has size that we feel can get around the rink and move, so bring a little more pace maybe to the game using that size. And we just want to take a look at him. He's had a pretty good run in Bakersfield, and we want to see where he fits right now and evaluate him and see if he can help our team.
Todd, what's the scouting report on how to make sure Taylor Hall doesn't have a big Taylor Hall night?
Well, he's capable of having a big night every night because he's a tremendous player. The way he skates and can handle the puck at high speeds. He drives offense. He's a threat. He's all the things that we know as an organization, as a staff, and as fans. So to shut him down, it takes a big team task. It's not based on one individual, but we won't approach the game that way. We won't approach it as shutting Taylor down. We'll approach it as trying to beat a pretty stingy Jersey team and try and get our group back on track. We've given up 9 goals against in the last 2 games. Obviously, you don't win like that, so we've got some work to do.
Todd, Connor McDavid, there's nights when maybe he lets the game come to him, and then there's nights where he goes and grabs the game. And I don't know if it was because he was playing against Taylor the other night, but I personally thought that was the most 2 or 3 weeks. Do you think that he's the type of guy that gets amped up for playing a guy? You refer to Taylor as a tremendous player, but playing against a guy that was his former teammate, a pretty good player, and wanting to show what he can do in those situations?
I think the best players rise to all sorts of occasions. We have to think a little bit like Connor does. He's challenged every night now, so it's a lot more about him. He has different challenges, though. He's got to play against a Ryan Kessler some nights. Other nights he's got to face a number 1 defenseman. He's got to be able to play against a top goaltender. I think his challenges are different, and I'm not so sure that he just picks an individual and rises to the occasion to play against him. I'm sure he considers Taylor a very good friend and former roommate. And as I mentioned yesterday, you'll hear the cliche of, well, we got to play on the ice, and then he's our buddy after, and that's true. That's the way it is.
Todd, what did you know about Matthew before he got here, and how has your opinion changed 31 games later?
Well, there's 2 parts of the know before. One was when he was a Boston prospect, I didn't know anything about him because he wasn't part of our organization here or my years in San Jose, so I didn't know anything about him. As he became a free agent and we began to discuss potentially signing him, we now did some research as coaches and what do we know about him then? He had a good career path. He was moving in the right direction. He was a local product that worked extremely hard at his craft to become a very good college player. He went through the whole college process. It wasn't like he was leaving 2 or 3 years early. He had some experience there. We knew that he could skate and was an aggressive, sometimes abrasive player. And since then, he's done everything to confirm that. His confidence level is going up night in and night out. I think the rest at Christmas, not only the break, but he came out of the lineup for a few games, helped him to reestablish his gas tank, if you will. We think he's a pretty darn good player, and he proves it every night.
Todd, what is your role going to be for Brossoit now that he's up, a young goaltender compared to more veteran backup?
Talb's is our starter, and LB's our backup.
But you still map it out where he's going to play this.
We're going to try and win as many games as we can. And, right now it's our belief that Cam gives us the best opportunity to do that. The development part for LB will come in practice. I can't tell you he's going to play 15, 18, 20 games because I don't know that. I only know what we're doing today and a little bit of what we're going to do when we play against Calgary on whatever day that is, Saturday. But don't ask me what we're doing next week with goaltenders.
But he's not here. There's no time frame for how long he will be here.
I'm sorry?
There's no time frame for how long?
No. I hope he becomes a full-time NHLer, but that's up to him.
Todd, the area of the game between the start of the game and that first commercial break, are there some things there that you would like to establish more consistently?
Well, we're probably referring to our last two starts. We were in that crap earlier in the year, and we kind of got out of it. We've had some good and much better starts, but the last two haven't been exceptionally strong. The Ottawa one back-to-back and the one coming home from Ottawa. When I speak like that, it sounds like I'm using it as an excuse, but it does affect the team a little bit. I expect our group to be on their toes tonight and ready to go. You have to establish your game, your individual game in the first 2 or 3 shifts. You got to feel good. You got to make sure that you're confident in your skill set and what you bring to the table. You don't always physically feel 100%, but mentally you should be there. And that's what has to be accomplished in the first 2 or 3 shifts. Overall team momentum, you want to get after a team. You don't want to be on your heels. Sure don't want to be down one.
Todd, you've seen more of Slepyshev this year. Certain games you had him playing up to 14 minutes, and then a lot of the other. When he's playing well, what are you liking about his game? What are you expecting to see?
He's quick, he's aggressive, he's making plays with the puck, he's shooting it, and he's responsible defensively.
And one other with Lucic, it looks like he'll play with kind of 2 younger guys. How does that change maybe your approach or what you expect from a guy like that with 2 young players?
Just magnifies his leadership skills and his ability to bring those players along. Gives Drake some size and some strength, and somebody that can finish in and around the net. He's proven that. Drake's been shooting the puck more, and it's been in and around the blue paint, so hopefully Luch can get rewarded for that. Obviously, Schlepp's the wild card on that line. We haven't seen him for a while, but we expect him and JJ to have tremendous nights, and what a great opportunity for them.
Looks like you have Nugent Hopkins with Eberle and Pouliot, 3 players that have struggled at times this year, but have had past chemistry together. Is that what you're looking for tonight?
Yep. That's a good way of putting it, and they played together in the past. They're maybe not so much Nuge, but they're in it together right now. They can come out of it together.
When you were in New Jersey, your team, is this on? So hard to take off the puck. What did you like about the way your team played, especially offensively, match up against them again tonight?
I thought we played, Deb, to our strength there. When we're playing well, we're a fairly quick team, and we're a volume shooting team. We're able to get pucks to the paint and then recover them, and that leads to fatigue in the opposition, and you roll around enough and stay in their end enough, you begin to feel good about yourself. And I thought we had that going in New Jersey. We had that going against Ottawa in the second half of the game. Even against San Jose, we had that going. It just hasn't been there consistently enough. With that said, we know New Jersey played the night before. That's taxing in this league, especially at this time of the year. They were down to 5D right off the bat. They won't be that tonight. They'll have 6 defensemen, and they'll be fresh. So our task gets tougher.